The Saptaswaras, the seven chakras, the seven dhvanis that comes from Krishna's flute, and the Saptarishis, they form the DNA of your body. Now, this is something which probably you might not be able to understand what exactly I mean by this, but we're all born from the seven rishis that were the direct disciples of Dakshinamurti. And when we speak about Tantra, especially, as per Tantra or in as per the Vedic science or as per the Vedas or our Shastras or our scriptures, our life is predefined. It is decided by four most important aspects, which is dharma, artha, kama, and moksha. Of course, dharma being the conduit of life, like how you decide, how you plan this sole purpose, or what you're supposed to do, or what you're supposed to bring on this planet Earth, and the actions that you would be doing or taking in order to complete that particular mission on Earth. Now, who were these Saptarishis? These Saptarishis were allotted certain work, they were allotted certain duties, responsibilities towards earthlings or earth beings, okay? And like if you have heard about, for example, the Gotra Kashyap, okay, that is purely about the sun's energy, the sun's element, and he was more into Rudra Bhakti, okay. There were some rishis who were more towards Vaidya, they were more towards Ayurveda or Yoga. There were certain rishis who were more towards Chikitsa, they were more towards Yagna. So there were different rishis and there were different duties, dharmas that they were given, allotted. Now when they took birth, they were able to accomplish maybe 90% of the job. And that 10% of the job which they probably were not able to accomplish, that got carried forward to their next son or to their next generation. And every time a child was born, he was carrying some karmic DNA from those Saptarishi. This is how the whole clan or the whole generation of Gotras, different Gotras, they formed. And eventually the work, the duties and the responsibilities were distributed amongst people. So when we speak about Pitris, they are very real. When we speak about Ishtadevta, that is extremely real. And this actually comes from your lineage. It actually comes from your DNA of ancestors. It actually comes from that Rishi or Maharishi that you have taken birth from. For example, pay a little bit of notice on your Gotra. Okay, if you're unaware of your Gotra, then ask your parents what your Gotra is or what your surname is. Do a little bit of research work around your Gotra. Do a little bit of research around your surname, what importance it holds, because that is actually your identification and the reason of your birth, and it also somewhere decides your karma in this birth. So maybe your karma is somewhere related to the DNA that you're carrying from that Saptarishi. I'll give you a very simple example again because I come from the Kashyap Gotra, so I can speak about Kashyap more. So Kashyap Gotra was a Bhakt of Mahadev, and the purpose of Kashyap was to help people, heal people through Sanjeevni Booty or Sanjeevni Mahamrityunjaya. Okay, that came from Kashyap, and this is how Kashyap Gotra came into existence. So somewhere, even I took up healing as a modality. I became a healer. I got into astrology, I got into different planets and combinations of it. So somewhere again, I'm carrying the DNA of my Gotra. Having said that, there are different Gotras that are existing. And in Tantra astrology, Gotras plays a very, very important role. So if you've seen, even when there's a yagna or there's a puja that is being conducted, they'll always ask you for your Gotra. They'll ask you for your father's name. They'll ask you for your grandfather's name, because that plays an important role, especially in yagna. That plays a very important role in identifying your association with the universe and also decides upon your karma. So when these karmic chain with these ancestral patterns, that comes to an end, that's when you actually attain moksha. Means the mission, the goal, the duty, the responsibility that the rishis, the Saptarishis were given. Once that gets accomplished, it is said that the last person in that clan, in that entire lineage, will be able to accomplish the mission, the goal of the soul. And that's when that entire lineage of Gotra, or that entire lineage of saints will merge with the main source or with the universe. Now, in Tantra astrology, again, the Tantra astrology decides and tells you what exactly your purpose of life is. It tells you where and how you hold your karmas and where you are supposed to put in the information and knowledge or act upon your dharma in the right direction in order to accomplish your soul mission, your soul goals, and of course complete the contracts that you've probably conducted or you have decided upon at the time of birth with other souls. Your the Tantra astrology not only just revolves around the mission of your soul, but it will also tell you exactly the energies that are required to manifest in the form of the 10 Mahavidyas, which Mahavidya you need to focus more on to remove the enemy within you. Okay, now what I mean by enemy over here is the enemy are the blockages that you've probably created by some sort of negative karmas that you've probably done in some of your previous births, one of your reincarnations. So again, Tantra astrology will help you in decide the deity which is important to you, the deity that you are supposed to choose as your Ishta Devta in this, that will help you in accomplishing your soul goal, that will help you in attaining moksha or merging with the Prakriti, or the kind of spiritual path that you're supposed to take in this birth. May that be the Bhakti Marga, may that be the Raj Marga, may that be the Kriya Yoga, may that be Tantra, may that be the Jnana Marg, any mark that you are supposed to take up in this birth, that can be actually seen in through Tantra astrology as well.